Hey guys, Jonah here. I'm trying to squeeze a beer review in before I go out to my camera meeting later on today. So yeah, I'm gonna see what we get. I'm gonna be horrendously drunk at the end of the night, but never mind. Oh, by the way, if you want to see all of the beers that I'm going to be drinking today, why not link up with me on Untapped? The link should be down below, or just look for Unclejona on Untapped, and you'll find me. Um, we are doing another Beer of the World from the Beer of the World version of Beer 52. And yeah, we are off to see these guys who are, yeah, the founder of Outlier. It's a New Zealand brewery. Well, it says Outlier Cartel. Interesting. But there's quite an interesting yeah, write up, and it's a good double page spread, which is cool, telling us all about the different styles that they do, including this one, which is the one we're going to be having today. And here it is. Very interesting. This is called uh, Apricity, Apricity, Apri, Apricity, Apricity, Apricity. I don't know how to say that really. Anyway, it's Outlier. And this apparently is a double bock style. I'm not sure about that because it's only 5.2%. And a doppelbock should be sort of up near 6-7% at least, because it's a double bock beer, and bock beers are sort of usually around sort of 5. Well, this is a bock beer basically, strength. So yeah, weird. Anyway, a warm coat and a woolly scarf is all you need. I'm halfway getting ready, so I've got my scarf on already. How weird's that? For the winter sun, and find Apricity. Apricity? This Weizen Doppelbock is made with speculars to warm your heart. What is speculars? Not 100% sure. Okay. It says here, malt, etc., imported, blah blah blah. Brewed and canned by Outlier, which is interesting because it's a 330, and usually, well, in Australia, and I'm assuming New Zealand is the same. They don't usually do 330. They do a different size. I think is it 375? So maybe they brewed this and they sent it over and then canned it in the UK. Don't know. As usual, there's not too much information. But I'm liking the winter kind of scene. There's no snow around where I am, but you never know. Can snow in the UK into March, and it snowed in March before. So that's really interesting. So we've got Munich malt, we've got wheat, we've got oats in there too, Pilsner malt. Hops are Magnum, Hallertauer, and Mittelfrühe, or Hallertau Mittelfrühe. So should I say that's one hop? So I'm assuming the Magnum's for bittering, and then, well, I'm not sure actually. Maybe the Hallertauer is in there too. Interesting style, and this is going to be a bit darker than perhaps you might think, dear viewer. So it's weird. It's a New Zealand beer done in a yeah, in a German style, quite a random German style actually. And it's a wheat beer, so it should be a bit hazy. And it's not as strong as it should be. So is it a session Doppelbock? Oxymorons are plenty. Yeah, a bit crazy. Right, let's go in. Oh, loving the colour. This is proper dishwater beer colour. Don't need to worry too much about forcing a bit of head on there, which is cool. And the gang, well over a finger's head, not quite two. And yeah, let's do one of these. So there's a nice winter scene. There's the beer. Why is it doing that? Let's move it like that, kind of. I don't know. And then cheeky grin in the middle there. I was trying to see why it was sort of rounded. Instead of that, when I hold it up, wow, look at that. Lots of carbon dioxide coming up. Is that head getting bigger? Same as the one? It is, you know. So this is going to be getting up for a 2-finger head, which is cool. I'm loving that colour. That's a sort of chestnut autumn colour, I'd say, with a nice level of carbonation in there. The head is just off white, slightly a shade off, like a cream colour, as opposed to, yeah, a pure dark, or, you know, a brown or something. Lovely. Smells creamy, smells fresh. What I want to know is, what is speculars? Interesting. Water, barley, wheat, oats, spices. It's got some spice in it. Maybe that's what that smell is. Like a winter spice. Ah, okay. So this is a lot of people talk about pumpkin spice beers. Not that it tastes like pumpkin, but it's the spices you use to make a pumpkin pie that they chuck in. So maybe this is more of a winter spice beer. Speculars. Don't know. Weird. Anyway, cheers and beers, dear viewer. Let's see what speculars we get when we drink some. I better be quick, eh? Oh, wow. Wow. Lovely mouthfeel, real creamy. Oh, my God, those spices. Trying to pick them out, but it's really difficult. It's kind of, I don't think it's just one, it's like a spice mix. Maybe there's a bit of vanilla in there, a bit of cinnamon. There's quite a good amount of sweetness on this beer too. Wow, that's really unique. The base beer, there's a bit of residual sweetness, which is nice, not unusual from kind of these German styles of kind of dark beer. Like I said, the only thing is it's not strong enough. This was 6.5-ish%. That would be bang on, because it's 5.2. It's a bit weak. The alcohol content does mix with the spices and stuff and lift things up. I think they might have done or tried to do a similar thing by leaving the gravity quite high, stopping the gravity, stopping the fermentation, so the gravity remains high. So there's that sweetness left, or back sweetening with something like lactose. Doesn't say that on the side of the can, but you never know. Sometimes brewers do things and don't actually tell you. But there is some residual sweetness here, definitely, from whatever form. Wow, this is really interesting, because it's like, sometimes I talk about winter warmer beers and those type of things as being like a sort of cake. This is not like that. This is more like a cookie, sweet, doughy, chewy kind of taste. And then the spices in there, so you can get cookies with sort of all things mixed into them, can't you? So I'm not talking about chocolate chip here. I'm talking about spice cookies, which is really nice. And they're creamy spices and things like that. So maybe a little bit of peel, like sweet peel in there. But my God, that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm liking that. Just a shame it wasn't stronger. That's the only thing I'd say. And look, we're getting some lovely lines. There's a nice little one there. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. Fantastic. Actually, that one and that one are probably the same. It's fallen a little bit, but wow, lovely lines. I think that's cool. That is a really nice beer. I'm liking that a lot. The only thing that would mean I don't give it top marks is the alcohol strength, because it's just not strong enough. But as a 5.2% beer, really good, really good, and very unusual too. Oh, fantastic. Right, it's been 10 minutes. I better get on the road. There's a bus to catch. Dear viewer, this is a good one. If you can get hold of this, or if you see this anywhere out and about, definitely try that. It's really good. Would you drink it all night? Probably not, but I'm going to go and have a lot of beer tonight down in the Montefiore Arms at Ramsgate. If you're in the area, if you're Ramsgate, Broadstairs, Margate, anywhere on the loop, um, please drop by and say hello. But otherwise, Unclejona will be back with another beer review real soon. Until then, take care.